Hey, kia ora. I tried to be bold and brave today. You want to see? It's a bit brighter than I'm used to, but I thought I've got to just start putting myself out there and experimenting with colour and just being a bit bold and brave. So, you want to see? Watch. Don't know if you can see. It's a bit brighter than I'm used to. I'm not used to wearing such a bold red, but especially with my skin being so white, but I just thought, be a bit daring. Same with my lippy and that, I'm experimenting with colour. But look, wax seal, purple. There's a meaning behind everything, but that's wax sealed. I went into town to get the candles for the sealings, for the scrolls and the vials, the talisman vials. And I saw this woman in town and she had the most beautiful white hair. She can't have been like maybe 60, but she had the most beautiful white hair I've ever seen. I would love to have white hair when I'm older, because then I can look like Storm from the X-Men, because she's got like blue eyes and like long white, and it was proper white, like there was no pink, she was proper white, like my grandmother. So I was like, oh my god, I said to my son, I'd love to have hair like that when I'm older, just pure white, long pure white hair. I said then I can look like Storm from the X-Men, because I totally can control the weather. It's documented as well. I made it snow in North Carolina just to prove a point to a friend that I could. And I stopped the rain as well, because the Marine in North Carolina ordered me to, so I did, and it shut them up. This gun-toting Marine was like, either you can stop the rain. So I was like, and it stopped, and I stopped the rain. So I'm like, I'm Storm from the X-Men. We went into a comic book shop and I was just about crying, because it's my lifelong dream to have like Quantum Menace, my comic book Quantum Menace on an Andre's Dragon in a comic book. I would love to turn Andre's Dragon into a D&D adventure. I said to my son I would give anything for him and I to learn to play D&D, and I'd love to do my own adventures. I think he'd be a great dungeon master, because he's got such an incredible imagination, because he's a writer like me. But I was standing there, I was just about weeping, because when I start my Comic Cons initiative for the Quantum Menace, to get the comic book written by the inmates in my Comic Con initiative, it's my dream to have Quantum Menace as a comic book in the comic book shops. So yeah, I love those shops. I want to see like my little like Andre and Brehennis and Anahita and Miro and all that as little action figures, and have them as D&D adventures. That's my dream. That's my ultimate, well, that and having my daughter is like my ultimate goal. So yeah, I love it. I love that stuff. I said to my son, we've got to learn to play D&D. And then I'm always the bard. I used to be the bard all the time, but I want to be like, I don't want to sing my magic, I want to like magic my magic. But yeah, so anyway, totally got my nude on today. So I was just being a bit brave with that red. I'm not usually so bright because my skin's so white, but I kind of like it. I'm getting used to it. Yeah, so on but an upward. Buzz buzz.